Welcome, race fans. We are back with RNR Money Madness Racing here, and today we're at Atlanta Luke. It's going to be an exciting one. We've got 90 laps ahead of us at Atlanta Motor Speedway in the Arca cars, so it's going to be a super interesting race. It's not exactly the super speedways we're used to, but it's damn near it. Luke, what do you think about this one?
Hey, Kevin, I did a little bit of Arca Series racing earlier today, and I will tell you firsthand from these cars, they do not do very well in draft, especially on the outside line of Talladega. But that's about all I can really say about these cars.
Yeah, a little bit different than what these drivers are used to, not only with the track, but with the cars. It's going to be an interesting one.
Alright
We have
guys,
90
welcome in
laps to get
Wednesday
used
night
to it,
here,
though, so I think it's going
R&R,
to be
the
a
pre-season
good one
race.
here with the Roughneck
Throwing
Series.
heater here tonight, hot track temp.
You'll have to remind me, we are keeping the voice chat on for these guys,
two
correct?
sets of tires, the ones you're
Yes,
on,
voice chat will
and the
be
ones
on this
in the pit,
race.
so keep that in mind.
And then there'll actually be a little bit of a segment
only
after
big
the
boys
race
came
that
to
we'll get
play
into
here,
a little bit more
tonight.
under
Start next
caution.
week will be
But for
season
now,
number
Luke, you want to
2.
take it away with the grid?
Don't want to miss that. It's going to be massive payouts.
Yeah, sure. And starting us
put
off
in
here
there
on
from
the pole, it's going to be Kyler Wynn. No
Wagner's
surprise
on
there.
that
He's been
one,
one of
so
the
don't
front
want to miss
runners
start
here.
next
Dylan
week,
Basin
season
running the lead
number
on the
2. But
outside line.
tonight we're gonna have some
Running
fun. We're
row
about
2,
10,
we got Malik
10
Ray and
short
Joe
of the
Huerta.
flyer.
Running row
We'll
3,
still
we got
pay.
Chris,
We're gonna pay the top 5,
Big
not the
Bruce
top 6.
Walker.
I'll figure out those
P6, we
payouts
got
in just a
Trevor
second.
Azranow. P7,
Top
we got
4
Landon
gonna be pretty
Bellick.
top heavy.
P8, we got Daniel
I believe.
Falkingham.
5th,
P9,
we'll
we
probably
got
just
Steve
get their money
Sizemore.
back, maybe a
10,
couple
we
extra
got
dollars, but
Evan Carlebone.
top heavy to the
We
top
got
4.
11th place, we got, what do we
And
got?
then
Jared Haynes.
there are some new
12th
rules
place, we got
from
John
the admins here.
Darnell III.
Any driver found at
P13, we
fault
got
for a
Cody
caution
Eagles.
will be assessed a
P14, we got
$5
Adam
fine.
Young.
That will be
P15,
added
we
to
got Chris
your
Melton.
entry fee for the next
P16, we
race
got
you
Michael
enter
Guest.
in this series.
P17, we
All
got Hunter
cautions
Hastings.
that are deemed
P18,
racing
we
deals
got
by race
Ryan
control will
Hennings.
be reviewed
P19,
by
we got
those
Mark
guys
Vondell.
after the race, and a penalty may
P20,
be
we got
issued
Garrett
and is
Maines.
also subject to a
P21, we
$5
got
fine.
Daniel Eberhardt.
Any driver found to be ARCA
P22, we
breaking
got Joshua
during the race,
McCullough.
and I might not catch them all,
P23, we
but if I
got
do,
Connor
will be
Cunningham.
assessed a $10 fine
P24,
added
we
to
got
the next
Kenny
entry
McCullough.
into the series. Every offense will add
And
to
I
the entry
believe
fee
that's
for
going
the
to
next
round it
event.
off out here. I believe everyone
All
else is going
fines
to be like
collected will
RC
be
and
added
stuff
to the
like
end of the
that.
season
So
championship
got to
fund
get
for
rid of
payout.
about
And that's
25 drivers
effective
out
today
here tonight,
for
Kevin.
the entire season. So don't be mad at me if I
Yeah,
call you. I'm
and
not
you
even thinking
know,
about that. Those guys are
surprising to
issuing
see
no
that
penalty. I'm just here to
some of
call the
these
race. Good
guys
luck.
are, shown as registered but not shown as qualified or signed up. So we'll have to see if that's an issue on our end or if that is how that is. But I thought some of those guys that I'm reading not racing were going to be racing.
Oh, we're going green.
Other than that, yeah, pace car is in, and they are in the Geico restart zone, and we are green for the first time by here. It happens quick, Luke. No heat races tonight, so what you see in right now is what you're getting. 90 laps of madness led by Kyler Wynn and Dylan Basin on his outside, but a huge surge for Malik Ray on the inside as he's going to get by Basin for as of now.
Like I was saying earlier, Kevin, I
Yeah,
got a little bit of a chance to
175 to first, 150 to second, 100 to third, 75 to fourth, 30
I know the
to
outside
fifth,
line draft
25
was
to the
not
fun,
working on these
and
cars
broadcast
earlier.
RC. Thank you, guys.
I still love the lobby, but it's going to be really interesting to see how the cars behave for these guys out here.
Yeah, and a little bit of a reminder to you
please.
viewers, this is the new configuration of Atlanta. So
New
this
rule,
is
if you have
the new
cat fans,
pavement, the
you'll
one
keep
that
your cat
has
fans.
the more draft,
Not
the
good.
more super speedway
Hell
feel, as opposed to the one that was made in 2008. So this is the newer configuration that you'll see out here. And as you see, a good slip from Malik Ray to get low
Hope you're feeling
on
better, bud.
Kyler Wynn. He's going to take his first lead of the race. Maybe.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank
you.
Maybe not. Kyler might hold on to it, but regardless, they're on the front row, and Dylan Basin getting good pushes to Kyler Wynn on that outside now. Here comes Trevor Azranow on that inside. Maybe to help out Malik a little bit. They're still double file all the way through.
It really is crazy, Kevin, the difference between the two different Atlanta tracks. I mean, this one really does feel like a super speedway. Just watching it. Just looks a
Yeah,
lot
and
more
they're
like
going
a
to
super
stay a
speedway.
lot closer than what we saw at the 2008 configuration on one of our broadcasts, I think, with CMS, but it's going to be a night and day.
It's starting to kind of stack down below. That outside line's they're kind of losing cars in the turns. It kind of seems like the front runners are kind of good between the low and high line as long as they stay single file.
Good evening, Chris. Good evening, John. Thanks for stopping by.
These guys, it seems to be the leaders here trying to preserve.
Couldn't
those,
hear you,
two
Malik, when you
extra
were
sets of tires
voicing
they
up,
got.
so you know.
no fast repairs on the night, so
It's all good. I was just
incidents
teeing up
can
and telling
be
Joe
very,
thank you
very
because you
devastating
didn't
out here.
wreck me in 3.
90
Yeah,
laps
no
is
doubt.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what was going
And
on.
to really
so
no one's surprise,
backed out of
Daniel
it.
Falkingham now in the top 4 as he makes up 4 spots here early.
The calmest start to a race I've ever been a part of.
The big
Nobody wants
Roos
to
is
burn
falling
their
5.
shit up.
Getting a little unlucky on that inside line there.
Okay.
As it kind of seems they all single filed out and opted to take that second,
So how y'all
third-ish
doing?
line up there.
Hey, sugar.
You hear the driver's radio.
I actually do not tonight, Luke, so you're going to have
All right,
to,
fuck
if
y'all
anything
too.
important is said, you're going to have to let me know.
Gotcha, gotcha.
What up, Joe?
Seem to be single file most of the way
Hey,
back
what's
up
up,
here,
man?
apart from front runners.
Dylan Basin making a drop inside and getting the lead. Going in the Denny Hamlin car after he got a very lucky, absolute
Look
bullshit
at that outside
win
line moving.
that lost me a decent bit of money on Sunday.
And that's the beauty of gambling. How about Daniel Falkingham making his way up and taking his first lead tonight? He's on the outside line and making Kyler win.
Yeah, him and Kyler working well together, but Kyler's gonna drop in front of Basin. We've seen that move a few times already tonight. And Kyler Wynn's gonna find his way back up to the front where he started.
How about Kyler Wynn out here? He had the pole early on out here, Kevin. He's remained up into the front runners pretty much throughout the whole 9 laps we had out here. So he's had a pretty good start to this race.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, no surprise really. A great qualifying lap, able to get himself in the position that he wanted, and then so far, I mean, he's made all the right moves. But these guys are all just getting a feel. I mean, we're only 9 laps in, anything can happen. I think these guys are just starting to figure out, you know, what's working where. And really surprising to see how well that outside's working compared to the inside, really. I mean, look, they're clear by 3.5 right now.
And as we look back, maybe back another handful of positions back here, we see the whole main bunch of the group back here all the way through like what is that, P19, P20. They're double wide, and then it seems like the back is kind of dissipating. There's a group of Joshua McCullough. They're a good bit off, Michael Guest in P20. And it seems like they also have some stragglers running back there in the back. Not too sure if that's some early strategy from these guys or if that's some issues going on early. But Kyler Wynn is still your leader out here.
Yeah, and you know, the glory of these, this new configuration of Atlanta, they could get a little bit far back, and as long as they group together and work together single file, they can find the speed to make up some time here. Whereas, you know, old Atlanta, if you found yourself a little ways back, it was harder to make up. Kyler Wynn, Daniel Falkingham, Dylan Basin, Trevor Esmanoff, and Malik Ray reads your top 5 right now, with the 99 car of Darnell peeking at it in front of
Oh,
Malik.
we got a car on the wall on the outside line. It's
Him.
getting swirly.
That's him. That's Darnell, and he is
John Darnell. He's on the outside line. They're 3 wide. He's going to go up high.
fast.
Ew, he's
Oh,
still
and he's
hitting the
back
wall.
into it. Trying to keep it off, also trying to keep out of trouble, and that's really going to hurt him as he falls back to P19, P20 now. But I don't want to say he has too much damage because, you know, he was into it, but he wasn't into it too hard. So we'll have to keep an update on his pace as he is running with Michael Guest now. They're sort of in the back.
Yeah,
But that's going to bring...
P19, P20. He still remains in the draft of the main group, so unfortunate for him early on, but he's still not out of things. But we jump back up here to the leaders, and it's still Kyler Wynn, Daniel Falkingham, Basin, and Asmanoff. They're still your top 4.
Yeah, and Basin and Malik trying to make it work there. on the bottom with the 78 of Evan Carlton, but just not too much speed down there, as Brian Hennings is actually going to get around Malik Ray for that 5th position. It is a top 5 payout type of night, Luke, I do believe. Let me double check on that. If you heard anything from Mike or anything from Wagner. Alright, so I'll go based off what Flyer's saying, and that's going to be top 6 actually. Based off what we see on the Flyer, which I would imagine is correct. We have a full field out here. I think it was 26 cars.
You know, we're gonna go maybe take an onboard view of Malik Ray here for a while. See what he's up to. He's running right behind the lead inside line.
It's so unpredictable right now, so I
He's running
didn't
about, I take that back,
wanna
it's about
give away.
3 rows back in the gear right now. Pushing that number 11.
Yeah, him and Dylan Basin really been trying to get this inside line to work. They're not losing pace. They're not, you know, losing positions, but they're, you know, not really getting much speed on that outside line. Hey Jay, how we doing, brother?
Come on, Jay.
A lot of ability for bump drafting, it appears. As Malik's able to catch up to Dylan Basin just about every corner of the race, but Tyler Wynn right now really dominating this thing, just holding it straight on the outside line, and letting Falkingham do the rest. Hey, it's good to see you too, Jay. Thanks for stopping by. Not many huge movers from what I'm seeing so far in this one, Luke. Garrett Main's up 8 positions, no surprise there. Chris Melton up 6.
Clear on the inside. Kevin, I know the fuel for these vehicles are set at 70% today. What's that make our? You got an idea what that makes our
Yeah, and you know, I looked into it. I wish I could have asked a driver because I'm not sure on the Arca cars. And I don't know where, other than iRacing, I could get that information.
If I could ask the drivers, I would.
Any of these channels. But, you know, I think we'll find that window here soon if we stay green, because I would imagine it's going to be at least, at minimum 1, probably 2 pits or 2 stop night.
I'd say 2.
But take that with a grain of salt because that's just me kind of guessing. think tonight's biggest mover so far is actually going to be Daniel Eberhardt. He's up 11 positions right now. He just peeked into the top 10 for the first time. And, he's really out there wheeling. This is actually 3 wide from I think. Or actually, yeah, I think he's going to be right behind the 3 wide.
There he is, number 27.
Yeah, and there's no doubt that Kyler Wynn's a very talented driver, but now his teammates getting up there. He's running P3. He's been around top 5. Malik Ray stuck on the inside, but yeah, you see Kyler drop. I'm sure they wouldn't be opposed to working together out here. And Malik and Falkingham also have a lot of time spent running these races together, no doubt about that. Hunter Haston, he has really lost this draft. He's 25 seconds back, and he's not far off of being a lap down. Also, to mention,
Mark Bondell as well. He's
Bondell.
way off pace.
About 14, 15 seconds back from Bondell. So a couple of those cars, unfortunately, lost the draft, and on New Atlanta, you can't really lose the draft, or else you're gonna really start losing time quick. Here comes Malik getting some speed off the inside. So Kyler's gonna drop down into the corner, give him even more speed, I'd imagine, coming out and exit. And yeah, you just see Falkingham on the outside, just getting a lot more speed coming out of the exit of the turns. Seems to be a lot of flip-flop out here with not as many opportunities for passing, I want to say, as opposed to the super speedways, but I think that's yet to be established.
Look at those top speeds on the night right now. Kyler Wynn is in the top 182 miles an hour. Surprise there as he's
Very
going
fast.
to the laps.
Yeah, and that almost does surprise me a little bit, strictly because usually you see top speeds from these guys that are in draft behind and ahead of them. But with him leading a lot of these laps, that almost surprises me a little bit. But I mean, he's been all around top 5 this race, just leading as of now. And yeah, getting on to what John said, the pros are up front, and they are proving why they are the pros. Not much movement around the top 5. They're, just doing their job up there. 30 laps
Just
of
a
clean
reminder,
racing
make
so
sure
far
you're
here
pitting
at
in
RNR.
turn 3, pitting in turn 3, wrapping around the apron there,
We're
and
right
getting
now
pit road
pitting in
speed
turn
at the
3
cone.
right now. We're about to hear some pits coming in. I think
And someone maybe
Lap
getting a
roll.
little excited and going down low on the backstretch.
Oh, there's the lap car. No takers in the
Sorry,
pits yet.
Takers yet. The lap card kind of getting stuffed up in there, kind of pushing it 3 wide on a few of them, but holding it to the wall as best as he can. It's going to be Hunter Hasting, and I think everyone's got the memo that he's there, and they're getting low.
We're just kind of moving
for
around
him.
him. Oh boy. Look at number 11. That's getting real tight. 3 wide.
Yeah, it appears they're going to make that work. As it's pretty smooth sailing from here on for him, as they're single file back there, I do believe. But it's that same formation up front, the outside led by Kyler, Falkingham, and Trevor Rasmanoff, whereas the inside's led by Malik Ray, Dylan Basin.
Still no takers on the pits.
Yeah, and if they can push it 10 more laps, I'll be proven wrong. I think they'll be able to get to the end of this race, but
All right.
I don't know if they can
Nice to wait for the draft.
push it that far.
I know, but you're not clear.
You hit me. You hit me in the bumper for a reason. I don't mean to be that guy.
Don't
It's
show
a
me
half
half
block, but come back up.
Here's maybe a.
Well, I am that guy. So.
Actually, I don't make it out very well.
I don't know. Whatever.
He's hanging on the back of the pack here. He really can't do much here. He's just hoping for a caution. He is the lead lap car, so he'll get the lucky dog. But we are officially 36 green laps this time by. Oh, we got a car on the wall across the dry oval. They're 3 wide back there.
I want to say that's the one. No, I'm pretty sure it's the one car running behind him. It looks like a Garrett Maines type of car. Correct me if I'm wrong there.
Yeah, it's Garrett Maines.
But that was a pretty decent shot. It kind of looked like he tried to go 3 wide and then just kind of ran out of real estate. I might be wrong there, but everyone stays out still. Malik Ray now in the lead, being pushed by Kyler, with all 3 of them on the inside now, with Falkingham and I think Asmanoff out there on the high side still.
Too many more green laps out here, Kevin, and they're going to be approaching Mark Vondell, another lap car. That's not going to be good for Hunter Hastings.
Push will be nice.
No, it isn't, but it's gonna be interesting to see how Vondell sorts. It's gonna be interesting to see how Vondell sorts in, as opposed to there's the first taker. It's gonna be 2 of them. It's gonna be it's gonna be Malik and Kyler. With Falkingham now your leader, Dylan Basin, Trevor Asmanoff. That's gonna be your top 3. Only 2 takers, Luke. You think that's enough cars for the draft here at Atlanta?
It's tough to say. Ooh, a little bit of a
Yeah, I gotta go now.
Little lockup from Malik.
Malik Ray. He got in there safely, it seems. He's paying attention to the map there. The rest of the pack is on that back straightaway, so it's gonna be interesting to see what the guys do out here. If they're gonna end up taking a set of tires out here, almost 40 laps down. I mean, I don't think it's a bad idea, but tough to say.
I'd assume so. I think they have 2 extras.
I think we're seeing some more pits. Yep, we're seeing Daniel Falkingham, Dylan Basin, John Darnell. More of the guys coming in behind them right now. A little bit of contact outside.
59's backwards, and that's going to be Mark Vondell, I think.
Yep. And we see Malik Ray and the rest of the guys leaving the pits now. We're seeing about 4 more cars in the pits right now.
Yeah, could you go back and see what happened that made Vondell go backwards? I don't know if it was contact with another car. No, it doesn't appear to be.
When do you want to
Got a little bit of grass, and here comes a lot of them, though, Luke. About half the field's in now.
Asmanoff, I'm reading Joe Huerta, the Big Bruce Walker, Carl Bond, Adam Young.
Alright, well, good.
Garrett Maines is coming in. A lot of vehicles coming in.
Here comes the rest of the field, I think, just apart from, like, a handful of the guys, including McCullough, Nagels, Veliky, McCullough, Cunningham.
I'm out.
Those 5 are the only staying out. Rest, or maybe Wagner. Rest are
had a 14
either in the process of the pit or have pit already, so.
You're good.
Yeah, pulling up our say pulling up our battle box, but there's no one around him, so there's nothing going to come up. You see Kenny McCullough going into the pits here, but the rest of the guys staying out. So definitely an interesting one there.
You taking tires, Cody?
Last lap they
Backing
pit.
up, team.
We're not seeing any pit on the top 4 right now. They have not pit yet.
Yeah, and we know Cody. Yeah, and here comes
There's a pit for
can't air
Josh.
Josh McCullough, but we know Cody likes to run these things long sometimes, play a little bit of strategy.
Oh, we're getting word the 19 is out of gas.
Yeah, and that's gonna be
There goes Jared here.
Another one of those great things.
where it's not a 19 on iRacing, but it is a 19 on Trading Paints. So
There's the last 2 pits. Eagles and Belichick.
Can't run the high mid.
now. Cunningham as well. He's going to actually be your last one to pit. Sorry. I believe that's going to leave the lead out here to, I believe, Malik Ray and Kyler Wynn here when they come around here.
yeah, and they have a forceful field of Garrett Maines, Daniel Eberhardt, Michael Guest, and Trevor Asmanoff right behind them. I don't know if you can see that, but
Not really
I
just
think they're
side each
catching,
other.
and I think it's going to be a matter of time before this field's back together. Yep,
Oh,
there
yeah,
they are
they're
back there,
quite a bit
about
broken
2
up, but
seconds back.
They got the numbers, that's for sure. They'll catch up quickly.
Oh, yeah.
But as we switch over here to our drone cam, we can fly around out here and take a look at the
Watermelon.
battles. We see that group of 5 there. We see a couple cars leaving the pits. We see Chris Melton and Dylan Basin working together to try to catch up to Joe Huerta and the rest of the guys there. Behind them, you see Chris Walker. You see Jared Haynes as well. They're trying to draft up there and get with those other 2, and that looks like they're going to catch up. Behind them, you have Steve Sides, more Ryan Hennings, Cody Eagles, Joshua McCullough. Trailing a bit, we got Belicky, Carl Bond, we got Adam Young, Darnell. Kenny McCullough, he's kind of trailing off here quite a bit. He's back in 22nd place. Maybe he's got some hit strategy cooking up that we don't know about just yet. But as of right now, Malik Ray and Kyler Wynn are still holding off the lead right now. Everyone's got 1 pit stop under their belt. We're going to lap 47 so far. We, knock on wood out here, Kevin. We've seen 47 green laps so far out here. You think it's going to stay green the rest of the way through, or do you think it's going to get a little more squirrely as we progress through this race?
I want
On
to say they're going to really start racing, because I've been looking the past few laps, and it doesn't really appear that Garrett Maines and the rest of the gang behind him are making up that much time on Malik and Kyler. They've made up about 0.2 of a second since they cycled back towards the front and everyone pit, but not as fast as you would have imagined from that amount of cars. So I think they're going to start running each other pretty hard. And, we're also going to have to start worrying about some lap traffic.
You see they're coming up on one right now.
Okay, do we need to
Coming up on Mark Bondell.
Yeah, and I think
No,
he got a
I'm
penalty
tight. Once I get to you,
with
I
that
can't move.
botched pit entrance. And that's going to put him now down 2 laps.
He's going to stay in the draft here, the leaders, it seems, or he's going to try.
Did you not take tires?
That'd probably be pretty
No.
helpful to
Then we need to
leaders,
switch.
but it
Go around me.
doesn't appear to be too promising. He might be in. I can't really tell, but
It's tough to say. Yeah, he seems to be in it. He's catching up slowly but surely. I see it.
yeah, and it's going to be really interesting to see if any of these guys out here, try to just save the hell out of their gas and make it to the end.
stay close.
Because the last of the pits
Sorry,
came
bud.
on lap 44.
Sorry to cut you off, Kevin, but I heard one of the leaders there telling Mark Bondell, giving him the cue to stay close. So it looks like they're going to be trying to make a run here to stay away from those guys behind them. Carry on, though, Kevin. Sorry.
Yeah, and that's good info. There's no doubt there that that's probably best strategy. It looks like Garrett Maines closed in another tenth of a second, but they gained it right back, so maybe that's the difference maker. But as I was saying, Cody Nagels was the last to come in on fuel. He came in at lap 44 out of 90. Now that's almost halfway,
Hey, Mark, do you have
about
fresh
a
tires or no?
lap and a half off of what he
Yes.
would have needed to split the half. Will he try
Hey,
to
bro,
save
go low in turn
as
one,
much
go low in
fuel as
turn one.
possible
Or just go now, go
and
now.
not pit again? We don't know.
All right, anybody
We're
in
gonna have
this
to,
pack, does
wait
any of
and
you have
see.
fresh tires?
Regardless, it'll just be a touch and go no matter what he
I don't have
does,
fresh
as he's
tires.
only 6 seconds back from the pack.
You wouldn't pull so
So
far
definitely
away
gonna
from me,
be
Jay.
some
I
different strategies
push you a
playing out
little
towards
bit
the end
more.
of this thing.
You get
Speaking
such
of
a far lead
strategy,
because I'm
while
so
you were
tight
talking
behind
there,
you.
I heard Malik Ray and Kyler Wynn giving Garrett Maines the
Brian,
cue
you
to go
can push
around
Cody.
them.
Go ahead,
Sounds as
go
though
ahead,
they
go
didn't
ahead.
take tires
Vondell.
this past pit. Or sorry, Vondell. Vondell decided to take tires this past pit entrance, and it seems like Malik Ray and
I
Kyler
need y'all
Wynn
behind
did
me
not.
too.
So
I'm
they're opting to
because
let
I
him
can't
get
get
up
the
in
bubble
front,
push I need to get up
run
the
the
end
better
of the corner.
line, and give them a little room to be able to draft up. But doesn't look
Speaking
like
of
that's going to
Garrett
work
Maines,
out too
he's
well.
here.
Garrett Maines is right there, knocking at the door, and so is the rest of the guys. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do here as Malik Ray's holding up to the inside here, going back down low, and he's going to start making his pass.
Hunter, are you fresh?
They're gonna split Vondell,
They're
and
three
Maine's
wide
gonna make
briefly.
it 3 wide for a second there. He gets to the outside. And,
Adam, go
Closes back
around me.
to 2 wide. I'm going to put Mark Vondell last.
Not me.
Unfortunately for him,
Let's
I
go
don't think
2 by
he's,
2.
got much of a chance to make it back in this thing. And the way things have been going out here, unless we see duo cautions. But Garrett Maines is leading things off right now.
I'm trying, Bill. I'm just so fucking tight, dude. Oh, shit.
And Daniel Eberhard, just
I
talked
need to
about
run
him earlier.
lower.
He was one of, I believe he's still tonight's biggest leader. He's up in the lead 4 now.
yeah, I mean, he's made it all the way through the field. I don't think there's a car out here that he hasn't been, next to, behind, in front of, something like that. He's seen it all, and he's made his way up a whopping 19 positions as of right now. 20.
Oh, we got him. And here you go, Chris. It's just a little stressful.
Now, the line that they had on that outside, catching up Garrett Maines, Eberhard, Falkingham, and Azronoff. They're moving. They got 4 cars clear ahead of Malik Ray. Knocked him back down to P5. Current battle for first. Ooh, a little bit of a wall scrape back there by Mark Mondell. It seems out of the back straightaway going into turn 3. Oh, and Malik Ray gets into the back of the 89.
Wrecking.
And we're wrecking
That's gonna
in the
be-
exit of turn 3, and we got a car on
Thank you,
its
Chris, for
hood.
not running me over.
Wow.
We can deliver another day, Kenneth.
And
Oh,
that
boy.
was a
You
wild
are my
one.
savior.
And we're going to have to go back and take a look at that one. We kind of saw it happen.
Pit road's probably about to
But we're
open
going to
right
have to
here.
go back
Just
and
be
really
ready. Pit
take a
road's
look
probably,
at it.
yep.
I believe that happened right near Malik Ray, and I
My
believe
bad,
that's
I was
the
trying to
89.
Sack guy.
Trevor Azmanoff.
Trevor Osborne.
What just happened?
That car couldn't steer, and I went to go below it and got into you. My bad.
Kind of just comes down and
yeah, I don't think he knew
Luke's nose was already
quite
there.
Ran out of real estate.
Well, Bondi
Ooh,
hit
a
me.
hard hit.
We'll go back
Don't
and-
think too
Sorry, we
much
were really coming up on the
issues
pace car
for
there.
Malik as far as damage goes.
Sorry
Since
about
Trevor's
that,
on board.
I was just trying to miss that other
Now,
car.
they do have a faster crowd here tonight, so Trevor's night is not over despite this
No, they do not.
absolute wild tumble he goes through.
I just don't get why you stopped on the bottom of the track.
You want to check on that?
What?
Clear com.
Fast repair?
Oh.
Need to clear.
I
No
take
fast
back what I
repairs here
said.
at RNR.
I take that back, ladies and gentlemen. There is no fast repair, and that's going to be a unfortunate night for Trevor Azronoff. He is missing a front bumper out here, so that's definitely going to affect his aero quite a bit.
Pretty impressive he's rolling, all things considered.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that's also gonna, crush the hopes of some of those
That's
guys
gonna
that try
go
to
on
stay out till
89
lap 44,
astronaut,
45 maybe.
Malik, held his line there on the
Save
bottom.
some
He had
fuel
position.
and
The 89
play
is
on
not clear,
strategy.
comes down and hooks
We're in
himself
the
in
RC
front
right
of the
now.
one.
And
Tenfold.
sounds like the fault's going to go on Trevor Asronoff. They're going to deem it a racing incident. It seems just Trevor at fault there. He was not clear on the low line, came down. But it sounds like it was all sorted, and unfortunately, I believe that's going to be the end of the night here for Asronoff.
Yeah, I think an EOL from the RC is kind of the least of his concerns.
Anyone get an
But,
arc break or anything?
as you
Anyone
see,
want me to
Malik
release
Ray
pits.
coming in for a pit. Maybe has some damage.
You give me
It
any
shouldn't
oil
be too
I went
much.
down trying to miss
Didn't look
that
like he
car.
got
That's
opinion.
too
it.
much in that incident, but
Ryan.
regardless, he's going to go into the pits now.
Yeah, and I think, if you could check, I think we might have saw everybody pit, and this is the second time around. If you want to check the, no.
James, is it telling you to
Or-
start there?
We're seeing
Yeah.
2 stops.
Wagner
for
stayed
most
out,
of the
Darnell
guys,
stayed
yeah.
out.
Here, we'll switch it to the top 5.
I think that was enough.
Seems like everybody has pit twice except for John Darnell, who has not taken his pit just
bad,
yet.
Cody.
Yeah, and if you remember John Darnell, he
Line
was
up, line
running
up,
top
we're gonna-
5 for the first, I think, 20-ish
spin
laps
this
of this
up.
race.
Come
Got into the wall,
You're good.
a few times, down
everybody
the
is
straightaway. And then, he
Three
fell back
dot.
to P20,
Really
so
interesting,
maybe
really
trying to
fast.
play a little bit
Really
of
fast.
strategy to, get his way back
Hey,
up
Malik, I'm gonna pull up
through the
apron.
field and back into a,
Let me go through.
viable position.
Alright, I got you.
You know, that's our first caution on the night out here, Kevin. We're going 2 laps 60 here when we start. We had a lot of green laps under our belt out here thus far. We're hoping to see many more out here. So the pace car is going in, and we're going green out here for the second time of the evening, waiting on the flag to be waved by the official. And we are green once again with the Roughneck
All
Racing
right.
Series out here at Atlanta.
Hey, there we go.
And that outside line, getting working fast, but Garrett Maines is going to split it and try to get low here in front of Darnell, who's going to lose some speed pretty quickly there.
There's like a lot of lane changing back there in the back.
I think we're already seeing a little bit of 3 wide action going on.
Yeah, and that's going to be Cody in the middle of that number 6 car.
I'll note that for lap 60 to review. Thanks, Ken.
Malik Ray may be clearing up whatever damage he did have. He falls to P14. But what I would assume would be with a fresh car. Cody Nagel's now running P8, P9-ish.
Trying to make a move. Running 3 wide right now. He's running that high line. So
And
here
you
he
can see
plays the
Darnell
lead.
just nowhere near enough speed here, running on the older car. As he falls back to P10 already.
Daniel Falkingham, currently your race leader on the outside line. Tyler Wynn behind him. They're going to separate. Falkingham's going to hold the inside line. He's going to have to come back out across the back straightaway. Some McCullough Motorsport fans in the chat right now. Taking a look at where the McCulloughs are sitting currently. I'm seeing Kenny McCullough rocking near the back of the pack right now. He's got Hunter Deasting with him. They're not in a terrible spot. I mean, you know, they're not out of the draft entirely. Still a lot of racing left out here. Nothing crazy needs to happen. But how about John
Josh
Darnell?
Lemon.
He's really getting squirrely, and he
Oh.
hits the wall. On the old car, it's going to be just him. He's the only involvee as he smacks the turn 2 exit wall, and he's going to fall off pace of most of the leaders here. And that's likely going to not.
And I mean, he found that wall there like a moth to a flame. It seemed like it was just calling for him, and he hit it hard, dude.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a pit from him here coming the next couple laps. He hit that wall pretty hard.
Falkingham's found his way to the lead on the outside, though. Basin on the inside, and Tyler Wynn still running up in the top 3, as he's done most of the day out here. of
contact on that trioval wall.
High line, Garrett Maines and I think Chris Melton.
You'd be correct there, I believe, Kevin. Seems as though that inside line was starting to make it work, and a little more contact on that outside wall.
Yeah, they're racing now, Luke. I mean, we've got about 30 or 25 laps to go out here, and seems like they're not really holding back that much. But this top three's got some speed going, as they're all running single file behind the in front of the Chaos, and it's gonna be Falkingham Basin.
The big
and,
Bruce Walker. Sorry, I
thought
really
you
wanted
might
that
want to
one.
take that one.
Yep, really wanted that one. His nickname may take up our whole UI buffer, so we can't see his gap, but that's okay. 62 of Landon Bellick, he's going to be peeking at the inside of
A little bit of contact between Maines and Kyler Wynn back in 4 and 5, or 5 and 6, I'd say.
Ooh, I'm sorry. I got tired there, Cody. I'm sorry, bro. You're good.
Running too wide all the way through. We're under 25 laps to go. It's going to be 23 this time by.
33.
Walker peeking at the inside. And they're 3 wide. Malik Ray's riding the sandwich. Cody Nagel's on the outside. And I believe that's going to be Adam Young on the inside. And I think we see a little bit of wall scraping there. I believe they're going to file back to 2 wide out here. 3 wide is a scary situation, especially going through the turns.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And just a reminder, these cars will be running to the end, so we're not going to see any more pits out here. Except maybe from John Darnell, but, as of right now, it seems like it's going to be, you know, a dominant run for Daniel Falkingham, and, Dylan Basin's run up there the whole time, and a couple of those other guys.
And look at that engine for Daniel Falkingham. He's making that thing work out here. Retaining the lead out here. He's been running quite a few laps out here in the lead so far.
Yeah, and,
A
little bit of smoke back there, towards the back, but nothing detrimental, nothing, crazy going on back there. Basin filing and just, you know, holding his nose right on the tail of, Daniel Falkingham. Appreciate it, Ward. Appreciate you stopping by. Hope to see you in the post race if you want to stop on by. I think now's a good time for me to announce that we will be not commentating but tuning into the post race arguments and post race chit chat that's going to be happening in the VC after the race.
Just letting you guys hear a little bit of what goes on after the races out here. We're seeing a bit of a, it was kind of 3 wide back there near Malik Ray and Cody Nagels. They're no stranger to 3 wide. That's some talented drivers back there, and a talented bunch we got running up in the front runners. Daniel Falkingham, one of the W-Class drivers out here tonight.
Falkingham, where you want to be?
Melton, you gonna take that? You let him do that, Steve?
That outside line really starting to get some momentum here. And, the number 1 gets turned into the wall!
A hard hit.
My goodness.
He's
Holy
inside of Wagner.
And Garrett Maines goes hard into the wall.
That's what I like to see.
Oh,
God
man.
damn.
Unfortunate for
Holy
Maines.
shit.
As he is just ragdolled. I mean, let's take a look at that one. See how that one happened.
On the broadcast,
We see him sandwiched in between, or not sandwiched per se, but right in between
What was that?
Kyler Wynn and Chris Melton, and yeah, Melton just gets a piece of him. I don't know who's to blame there necessarily, but was there any other
Should we talk about it
issues
during the race?
from that incident caught up in the front of the
Oh,
field.
they're gonna have this post-race feud thing or some
Bit of
shit.
a sandwich there. The 52 kind of gets turned. That's Chris Melton. Oh, his whole
That's
front
what
end
I'm
of his
talking
car is
about,
fucked.
baby.
Let's take a look. I mean,
Yeah,
surely somebody else.
Looking at the front end
Maybe
of
their own
that, we'll watch
business will
Chris
have you
Melton. He was the guy behind him.
next week. I don't understand. You do you, bud.
Yeah, the
Who's in
52
next?
and the
I didn't want to be that guy.
27,
Didn't really want to.
27 of Daniel Everhart.
You know what's
Unfortunately for
hilarious?
Daniel Everhart.
Had you just like not tried
Seems
to
as
door
though
check me in the
he
middle
didn't
of the
take
corner,
that much damage, though, but
wouldn't
that's
have
definitely going to
mattered.
affect his
You would've
arrow
just rode right
considerable
back
amount.
A7.
And a
Actually,
lot of
I mean,
positions.
Everhart
Instead,
just
you
seems to
killed
really
the
have lost
field
position
and,
there. He doesn't
make
really
yourself
seem to
look
have
like
been
the
too
fool
affected there by
that,
the
you know,
contact.
somebody
He
was here
near
for
the
you.
back into that one less.
Yeah, just got a bug.
Wagner also caught a stray from that one. Garrett Maines inevitably
Yeah, same. I
collected
went
him
down
towards
to
the
or
end
I
of
went
that,
down the,
actually
exit thing and
ending up
everything,
inside
and
of him somehow. Doesn't really surprise me
Hey,
with
Jared, can
iRacing,
you check
but
out the right front for me?
yeah, let's take a look
Or
at
pull up
Maine's
next to you?
onboard. I mean,
Yeah, I got you.
He just got a face full of
There's-
wall.
there's Wagner.
Hello, James.
Looks fine.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I mean, that was... just unfortunate. He just gets a bit of an awkward push from behind, and
Hey, can we get here?
yeah, he
Hey, can we
goes
get you?
hard into the wall, and that's going to likely be the end of the night here for Garrett Maines.
Yeah.
No doubt about that. But what's kind of surprising, or not
Atlanta's
surprising, here,
weird
but
with
something to pay
pitting
attention
lately,
to.
so
Who's gonna pit and who
I'll
isn't?
clear
Because
anything.
I know some of these guys. I think on that first caution
Sheep.
or on that first green
Can
flag
we
pit
not go
saved their
back to-
saved a set of tires.
Just curious.
Just name some of
So
the
Can we
guys
not go
inside
back
the pits
to
right now. We got
the old pit
Huerta,
road,
Darnell,
or
Melton,
is this
Everhart,
mandatory?
reading Maines,
It's
Hennings,
an iRacing. When they
Azranov,
changed Atlanta,
Guest,
it was
and
pitting
Bondell at the moment.
in turn
I'm seeing
3.
Kyler Wynn going in and Malik Ray. No surprise.
We
there,
heard
they
on
seem
the
to be
radio. We did hear on the radio that they did save that
Can you
first
clear
set.
us,
If
bro?
you remember, they had Bondell working with them.
Oh, sorry, I thought I did.
Wagner's
So,
with Malik Ray and Kyler Wynn as well going in.
All right, thank you, man.
I wonder if Wagner has damage or if that was like 100% net code and he
Go
wasn't
back and watch
actually
that
hit
one
by
yet,
Maines.
Christopher?
I mean, looking at his car out here, it doesn't look. I mean, he drove
I hope
straight
it's
into
worth
it
it.
head on. I mean, I feel like his front end would
Ain't
be more
nothing I
fucked
need
up
to
if
watch.
he did. It seems like he's just taking tires out here.
Oh, that tells me all I need to
Maybe
know.
a bit of a
There was
fuel
nothing
and
wrong,
tires.
but
Yeah, maybe some
yeah.
repairs now.
Temper
Yeah,
tantrum going into turn 1.
I think you might be taking
Yourself
some
and
repairs
half
now.
the field behind you.
It'd be interesting to see the kind of
I don't know,
damage.
man.
It's always interesting,
that
you know,
one
to see the kind of
deserves
damage that these
week
incidents
off.
cause. Because I mean, just looking at his car right
That's
now, it
just me
looks
personally.
completely fine. But he's clearly in there getting something done right now. Either, you know, going to the bathroom,
I'm on my phone.
getting a snack or something in the pit stall, or really doing something while these guys are fixing the car. He seems to have some kind of damage. But Wagner, Melton, Maines, Hennings, Azranov, Guest, Bondell, all still in the pits right now. The rest of the guys are all out, 2 wide. That's our second caution of the night. I believe it's going to be 14 to go out here when we go green to go. Might be pacing
Yeah, and how
out
about
here.
Landon Veliky? He's been, you know, inching up every single restart and, you know, every single long run. He's made his way into the top 5 a couple times, but now he's running P3 or P4. I can't tell. I think P4. And he's in a good position to make something happen this race.
You know, Kevin, I believe most of those guys in the pits are going to probably be out of this one. Maines and Azranov, a couple of the other guys are probably going to be out of this one. But the rest of the guys are all going green. So all the guys that are currently still in the pits are going to be sitting there for a bit. James Wagner's on his way out of the pits right now. So he's one of the only ones that's actually made his way out since going in on the restart. But it's going to be Daniel Falkingham with the lead on the outside line. Dylan Mason behind him. The big Roost Walker peeking in on the inside. He's got that beautiful rooster on the front hood with those sunglasses. That Jack Shack car is pretty nice, Kevin. I can't lie.
Yeah, and you know, it's on the inside line right now, which doesn't seem to have the most speed, so yeah, something to pay attention to.
Quick question, Nathan.
Don't
Last
go
lap
around.
last
Looks
lap.
like it's kind of 3 wide back there.
You know who I think the cars to look for the win are here tonight, Luke?
As it should have heard that thing.
I think it's got to be Kyler and Malik. They just took those tires and they are moving. Kyler has made it up 5 positions already, and Malik isn't too far behind.
And Kyler Wynn right now fighting on that outside line. They're 3 wide right there with Cody Nagels on the sandwich line. They're just trying to make up positions here, move around a bit, try to recover those positions they lost. It's getting a bit squirrely there. Kyler Wynn drops down to the inside line. Malik Ray's on the outside, still behind Nagels. He's still behind the 7th right now. That's the battle kind of back for, I believe that's right around P6, 5, back to 10. There's 3 wide back there briefly.
Yeah, and you know they started this restart in 15 and 16, so for them to be in 16, yeah, that's
gonna bunching up.
That's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt Malik Ray, but Kyler Wynn has made it up 9 spots off the restart, and he's put himself into P6 now. What is P7?
Yeah, no damage, don't worry.
But if he can get by these cars, he's definitely got a shot at this thing. He's gonna split it, make it 3 wide there, get the second lane rolling.
We're seeing
between the 7
2
cars.
lanes of 3 wide right now.
Yeah, big push from Kyler Wynn into the
together,
big
bro.
roost, but this
Oh,
outside line is soaring right now.
Kyler Wynn riding the sandwich line right now of that 3 wide situation.
He found Malik though. They're back together.
Yeah, they've linked back up, and we know they're good draft partners. So if anyone's gonna make it work right now, it's gonna be them. They got the freshest cars I want to say out here with the tires, but
No doubt.
It's
And
about 9 to go out here. Time's starting to dwindle down. You got to start thinking of something quick.
yeah, this outside line. Yeah, just what I
Oh,
was
and the
about to-
44
speaking
drops
of
down, and
which,
they're bunching up.
uh-oh,
Hold it together, boys.
that's the big roost, and he does hold it together. But that's gonna hurt him position-wise a lot.
Now the question's going to be, can he stay in this draft? If he stays in the draft, he still might have a shot at this one. Maybe not a podium position, and I'm really giving him a setup right now to prove me wrong. But he's going to stay and retain in the draft right here, so his night's not going to be over. It's going to be 8 laps to go out here, but he's got some ground to make up riding back to P15 if he wants a shot to be within the top payout positions in this race. How about it? Kyler Wynn and Malik Ray, they're both leading the charge on the inside line right now. They've got some room, and boy, they are moving with those fresh sets of tires right now.
Yeah, up into P4 and 6 they are, and it's gonna be the tail of the night. You know, can the inside line get the speed that it needs? So far, we haven't seen anything too convincing to say so, but if anybody can do it, it's the 2 of them. Walkingham still leads Basin. Landon Velicky, who's had a great night.
What's going on, Lisa?
Yeah, and Malik's going to try to get up there onto the high line. It's going to strand... Kyler down there a little bit.
And they're single file all the way through the front right now.
I think that was the right move from Malik. Unfortunate for Kyler, but he's still running P8, so he's going to force his way up there now, and a little bit of bumping going on.
There's that inside line. They're starting to make their moves right now. 4 laps to go. We're going to change this up a little bit here just so we can see things a little bit better here for these last couple laps. It's going to be 4 laps to go. There's your top 5. Daniel Falkingham, Dylan Basin, Landon Velicky, Malik Ray, and Kenny McCullough Jr. He's made his way
Malik
back
goes
up.
back down to the bottom.
How about Team MMS making it work right now? He's made it up to P4.
I'll give it back.
They're 3 wide good handful of rows back, but they're going to bunch back up to 2. Daniel Falkingham still got the lead on the inside line. Just 3 laps to go, Kevin. It's going to be, can Daniel Falkingham hold on, and can the rest pass him?
Yeah, and you know, Basin and Veliky have kind of just been coasting behind him, but the move's going to be made here soon. They're going to put it in gear, and they're going to try to find any way around Daniel Falkingham, who has dominated a good chunk of this one.
2 laps to go, Kevin. The white flag's going to be coming out next time by. It's about
There goes
go time,
Kyler
and
and
there's the
Malik.
move.
They've got a big run off the inside right now, and they're going to move up to 2 and 4, but we know the exit speed's been very nice to the outside line. They hang on nicely
He's
through
got his nose in there. They're going to make a
tri-oval.
run.
Oh yeah, they are. They are on the move with 2 to go here. It's happening.
And the white flag is in the air. 1 lap
And
to go.
it's final lap time, and it's going to be the tale of which line can do it, as Daniel Falkingham kind of in between them right now, as he's got a good push. They are double wide behind them, and there's wrecking going on in the back.
They're wrecking like shit behind them.
They're staying green out here, though.
Oh,
as it's going to
shit.
be
Kenny
Falkingham,
McCullough's
Jason,
involved.
Ray, Wynn, Veliky, and they are pushing around, trying to find any way around Falkingham, but it looks like the fight's going to be behind him, and Falkingham's going to win. Bason's going to get second, Ray third, Kyler fourth, and Cody Nagel's
Good
getting a
one,
P5
Daniel.
out
All
of
the
this
job,
one.
Cody, to
We can see the tower.
spot.
Take a look at some
Damn,
more
you
results here.
great
That's going to be your
turn to
top
race,
5, and your
man.
top 6 get paid
Didn't
out.
end well, but damn, awesome job.
And
We're waiting for
following
the
that top 5.
official results coming through. I'm getting at least our top 3 right now.
good, Malik.
Daniel Falkingham did get
You're
credit
good,
with the
Malik.
win. Dylan Basin
It's all
in
good.
second.
Have fun.
Malik Ray in
Yeah,
third.
good work, Daniel.
Tyler
Good
Wynn in
stuff,
4th
brother.
place, and Cody Nagels in 5th place.
Good work.
Waiting for the
Good work,
official
Daniel.
full result board to come up right now as we speak.
Daniel
But the
lead every
victory is going to
goddamn
go to Daniel Falkingham.
Yeah, if I could have got down a little bit lower, Dan, it could have been a race, but really got the man
There's the
there.
victory shitties across the front stretch of Atlanta. And what a win by Daniel
Win,
Falkingham.
Daniel.
He was looking good all night out here, and he managed to bring things home out here tonight. And there's your official results right now. I did get the top 5 right, and the rest of them out there. Unfortunate for Kenny McCullough and Daniel Eberhardt. They were a handful involved
Top
back
5
there.
is all good.
But yeah, I just got the confirmation there. Top 5 is going to be getting paid out.
Good
here
shit, Cody,
tonight.
making it through that.
So good on
I'll
Cody
meet
for
you
getting
over.
for squeezing in there and getting that last payout spot.
I'll meet you over in the 9th Gear channel to get these interviews underway.
Yep, sounds good. And as we wait for the drivers to collect throughout the interview waiting room, Kevin, that was a great win out there by Daniel Falkingham, but I mean, good on the rest of the drivers there for getting in the payout spot. And Kevin, I gotta ask you, do you prefer the heat style races, or do you prefer the just the main style racing we just did out here at the Classic?
Yeah, I think it's really dependent on the track out here. I think if we were to go to like a short track, I think the heats are nice because they're short. It's a lot of excitement packed into a very short race, and I think that's a good idea as far as that goes. But I feel like for tracks like Atlanta and some super speedways, I think it doesn't matter enough. There's too much draft for the heat races to matter enough, and I like the way it's set up without the heat races for these.
And before we get the interviews rolling here, I do just want to go back and catch a moment here and just see what happened there on that last lap before all hell broke loose across the back straightaway. Kenny McCullough was running, I believe, briefly in P4 there before, and the green wide just gets stuffed up between the inside and the outside line. They all just collect. Like I said, wreck like shit behind them. And a wild end
Yeah,
of the
you
race,
know that they
unfortunately.
did. Absolutely. I'm seeing it now on the stream, and yeah.
Yeah, just an unfortunate wreck there for him.
Hunter Hastings pushed Kenny about 100 yards. Sideways, mind you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and how about we do things backwards this time as we're waiting on some of the other guys to get in here for our interviews. Let's go first place back to third place and start things off with Falkingham.
Heck yeah.
Hey, Dan, guys in the booth, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man, what a race tonight at Atlanta. You led a lot of laps out here. You dominated the race. A couple charges were made towards the end. We knew, Kyler and Malik would try to make something happen, and you were able to hold not only them off, but also Dylan, who was on your tail for the second half of the race. You want to talk us through how that race went?
Yeah, definitely was an interesting race with us only having one tire set and knowing when to take your set of tires. But yeah, definitely a lot of. It was very racy up front, but it just felt like we were going so slow. That's just the way these Arca cars are. We're just feel like we're at snail's pace compared to like a next gen or anything else. But yeah, definitely wanted to plan out when you took your tires. Like I said, we had the one tire set, and I think we took them at the perfect time, just saving our tire set for like a caution. I took all four because rather at the end of the race, I felt like it was pretty hard to go anywhere because even Malik and Kyler, they had fresh tires than us because I believe they saved their tire set. And just I feel like the top is just so OP because we're going so slow, and it's really easy to side draft in these cars that I don't think they're able to get around us. And plus, just dirty air was major because of how hot the track was. So many elements that came into play, which makes this race really fun. So yeah, definitely glad it was a straightforward race. We didn't have any issues. I just hate Garrett got wrecked because me and him were working pretty good together there, but he got destroyed for no reason, unfortunately. But yeah, nonetheless, we'll take another win.
Yeah, and it was a great race. It seemed like it was a little harder to pass out here at Atlanta in these Arca cars as opposed to maybe some of the other super speedway tracks we see. You're able to hold it on the outside line. You think it's a lot harder to pass out here as opposed to the Talladega and Daytona we're used to seeing?
Yeah, it definitely was a lot harder to really make stuff happen, I feel like, because like you said, the track was so hot. You would get some aero push once the tires, like we had a lot of tire wear, especially on the right front, so you get really tight. So I think it definitely made for better racing though, because you really had to think about what moves you can make to really get through the field. I feel like because there was definitely a little bit of strategy that came into that. So but no, I think other than that, like I feel like I was able to make all the right moves when I needed to, and I was able to be pretty efficient with what I could do with like passing and stuff. So I'm just glad I made all the right moves, and I'm glad we had our track position when it mattered right at the end, so we could like just challenge up there. Also got to give a big shout out to Dylan for pushing me really well, just keeping the outside rolling like we needed to, when we were able to hang on to the win there. I'm glad he got second.
Yeah, congratulations, Dan. A great win, a great race. Thanks for the interview. Anyone like to shout out before we get you out of here?
Yeah, shout out you guys broadcasting. Shout out to Wagner for putting this stuff on. Shout out to the admins. Also, everyone comes on races, and also shout out to Garrett again for working with him. Also, shout out to Basin for giving me the push and giving me the shoves I needed to be able to let us control that entire last half of the race. So big shout out to them. And yeah, looking forward to next week where we kick off the official season over here. But yeah, that's about it. Thank you, everybody.
Hey, we appreciate it. Daniel Falkingham with a dominant win out here tonight.
Thank you, Kevin.
Thanks. That was Daniel Falkingham. Led a lot of laps out here tonight, Luke.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And before we get these next two in here, Kevin, I just want to point out how close of a finish it was for these guys out here. I'm going to go ahead and change, I know, your view here just so you'll be able to see this here really fast, because, boy, it was a nail-biter here for P2 and 3. I mean, it was about as close as it can get here. I know Daniel Falkingham did have the win out here, but just take a peek at how close this was here for the finish. They're door-to-door here across the finish. We're getting close to the front stretch right now. They're door-to-door. It's close. I mean, just...
Ooh. What do we got to read on that?
Dylan Basin gets a steal on the outside line and barely snags second place from Malik Ray, who's on the inside there. I mean, I can't really get.
Let's get him in here.
Yeah, get him in here.
See what he has to say about it. Hey, Dylan, guys in the booth, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, you rode Falkingham throughout the last half of that race. I mean, you guys dominated that one, running 1 and 2 for the majority of it, and as he said, not much passing going on, not much ability to make moves out here, but you're able to get the second place by what was maybe a hair on Malik Ray. You want to talk us through how that one went?
Yeah, man, honestly, it was just a matter of track position, and finding somebody you were good with. Me and Dan seemed to have a pretty good connection. And I took my tires pretty early on at the green flag pit stop, so I was a little worried about how much grip I'd have at the end. But honestly, when you're just up front managing with somebody, it gets a lot easier to do, especially when they can control the inside lane with the side draft and whatnot.
Yeah, and we saw between the top three finishers 3 different times of taking those tires, with Daniel Falkingham doing it on the first caution and Malik doing it on the second. Do you think you took it at the most ideal spot, or do you think taking it with Dan would have been better, or how do you think that would have gone?
I mean, I can't really complain about when I took it, just because of the fact that it still got me to P2, and I kept my track position the whole time after the yellows came out. So I mean, maybe I could have made a run towards it at the end, but I had to go through the field again or something like that, and it's a lot more risk with that compared to having the track position. So I think it was ideally timed.
And I've got to agree, Dylan. You got the momentum now. How do you feel going into next week, which is going to be the actual season opener?
Well, we'll see if I show up. Got a pretty busy work schedule coming up next week, but I feel like in money racing, the scene in general, I've been doing pretty good recently, so I'll try to show up and keep this momentum going.
All right, we appreciate it, Dylan. Congratulations on the second place, and thanks for the interview. And you'd like to shout out before we get you out of here?
Thanks Team Conti and Dan for working me good there, and Malik for having a clean little fun battle at the end right there.
All right, we appreciate it. Dylan Basin with a second place finish out here. That was Dylan Basin. Did we get a time read between the two of them, Luke? I'm gonna go back and see myself.
Just looking at the official timing right now.
0.003 of a second is what I'm seeing.
Yeah, that's wow. Holy shit.
Let's get Malik in here and see what he has to say. Still got a podium finish out of it.
Oh.
Hey Malik, guys in the booth, you got a copy?
Yo, what's up, man?
Hey man, how you doing? We saw you and Kyler take those tires late. We were wondering how it'd work out, and you guys were flying. You got up, I think it was 10 positions in the first, 3 or 4 laps, and then we were wondering, is the speed going to be there on the inside? You were running 6th and 7th, I think, at one point. Then 2 laps to go, you guys made the move, and we're absolutely moving. We read Dylan got you by 0.003 of a second, but still got a podium finish out of it. You want to talk us through how that went?
So me and Kyler went down on the bottom with 2 to go. I was trying to get to, I think I don't know. It was some red car that was in front of me. I was trying to get to his outside. I couldn't do that, so we just decided that it was probably best for us to just go to the bottom. I went to the bottom. Kyler went with me. I think we had a third car, but I think he got side drafting off of us. And then on the white flag, I think we just didn't have enough cars down there, and they had more cars up top. So we just did our best to side draft and come home with each in the top 5. And we both did that, so I can't complain. Shout out to Dan though for another good win, man.
Yeah, and unfortunately, red car was Kenny McCullough, who is totaled right now and probably being towed back to the garage. So, not an ideal finish for him. But as for you, a great finish in P3. You got some momentum now. Will we see you next week for the season opener? And if so, you think you'll be able to carry some momentum into that one?
Yes, sir, man. I'm looking forward to it.
All right, we appreciate it, Malik. We will actually be over into the interview waiting room as Wagner wants us to listen in on some of the post-race chatter between the drivers. So congratulations on the podium finish. Thanks for the interview. Anyone like to shout out before we get out of here?
Shout out to Kyler for his help and you guys for putting on the broadcast. I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Hey, we appreciate it, Malik, and congratulations.
All right, thank you, man.
That was Malik Ray. Anything you want to talk about before we head over there? See if some of the drivers want to get over there and shoot the shit. Right now, we only have the top 3 finishers over there.
Oh, I mean, don't matter to me. I mean, I don't got anything to comment on. It was just a great finish, by all those guys in the top 5, excuse me. But we can hop on over there and get a little bit of shoot the shit if you want.
We'll give it a second, see if some drivers get over there. I just put a message out. You can see that in the general chat. So I think the way we are going to do this, if some guys go over there and start talking, we're literally just going to sit there quietly and listen in, try to get a read on who's talking when, but as of ourselves, not saying much. So if you want to head over there and just mute our mics, Luke, I'll follow you.
good to me.
Boy. Mike's
It's
never good.
Is it an Aaron Smith special?
well, I just loosened up from baseline, but it's still tight because it has to be. Like if I made it any looser, they were gonna die.
Heck
The
yeah.
the donators, what they call them.
Heck yeah.
Wait, are you live, Daniel?
No,
Oops.
I'm not live, but we're on broadcast right now.
Oh, we are?
How we doing, Kevin?
Hey man,
going
what's
on,
up?
fellas? Yeah. Probably should have given you guys a
announced
disclaimer.
ourselves.
Sorry about that. We were instructed to come in here and get a little bit of post-race shoot the shit with the drivers after the race. So
We need Christopher Melton and Garrett Maines in here. That's what we need.
Oh,
I
Bro,
just
Malik
saw
said he
it.
has none of it, bro. He was out of here.
Blame him.
Yeah, not looking like it's a big
It's
hit.
gonna be a boring end. There's I think everyone's already just called for the night. I hate to be we're trying to be entertaining here.
Yeah, here's Hunter. I know Hunter pushed Kenny to the end of that race. About ass backwards after Kenny got stuffed up with a decent bit.
Oh yeah.
Man, I had fresh tires. Was making a move. Nobody with me on the outside, just me. Would have cleared Kenny probably. And then I don't know what happened. They all came up and took me out.
Yeah, I'm looking back.
I just needed one person with me on that last lap.
Yeah, you were
Because I
moving. I
pitted
know.
for four tires under that last caution, so I think I had the newest tires out of everybody.
Yeah, I know Malik and Kyler did the same, and
Their tires really did not mean much that race. I mean, they definitely meant something in the middle part of the race, but at the end with only 15 laps, we were going so freaking slow. It was so easy to side draft.
yeah. It seemed like off the restart, it kind of had an effect. I know we saw Malik and Kyler move up 8 positions on that first lap, but then, I mean, it looked
they
about
know how to
the rest
take
of it.
advantage and how to be aggressive on the restarts and stuff too.
Yeah.
So once everyone was up to speed, it was so just hard to do anything.
I don't know. Whenever that went back green on last, I think I was dead last. I was 16th, last person lead lap. Went from 16th to 4th in 2 laps.
Well, who knows? Maybe maybe in the next one it'll be a little more of a eventful ending. Might get a little more a little more post.
I'm wondering where everybody is. There's no one in here. I'm wondering where is everybody?
They hiding somewhere maybe.
We need some of this on
Are
the
we
short
still?
track
Are we
racing.
still? Are we still in the? Are we still in the session?
Yeah.
Hang on. I'm gonna do some analysis here. I need to go look at this last lap wreck.
Oh, the one involving McCullough.
Everyone, the big wreck at the end, because I want to do some. If y'all are still in the session, I want to do some analyzing for y'all.
Oh yeah, we are. Oh yeah,
Let's analyze the session.
Stream it up, Luke.
Yep. One moment.
Bring up in Discord. I'm gonna do my best at driver analysis on what happened.
All right.
There was a lot of stuff that went down. So I need to make this entertaining somehow.
Let's see here. We'll go ahead and swap to the overhead of Kenny McCullough. I know that happened right around him.
All right, let's back this up once we get set.
All right.
So it looks like the number 8 car. Now this was a big issue throughout the whole night. It was very easy to get tight, especially coming off of 2. Off of 2 was actually pretty sketchy. The front end wanted to take off. So I believe this is what's happened to the 8 car. I believe that's good old Steve on the bottom.
It is.
Getting into the 19. That's who is that getting turned?
It's Kenny. Kenny's the 19. Cody's the 9. I'm the 44.
Cody, the Cody slides up in the 44 too, but they're fine. But that's what sets off the wreck. The 8 and the 19 getting together, and we're wrecking, and they're wrecking some more. We're not done yet. Poor Steve. He has nowhere to go. He got up into Kenny, gets through that initial wreck, then he gets sent spinning along with the old 7 car of Jared.
Oh yeah, they're wrecking on the inside line.
And guess what? We're not done yet, because if you want to go up to the Keselowski paint, that would be Kyler. If you want to go up to that car real quick.
See.
P4.
There they are. Oh yeah, I saw this through 3 and 4.
Yeah, I believe we are going to have what the iRacing specialists call netcode. As you see, Kyler gets pulled up the track right there. Because the netcode, from what I've heard on these Arca cars, is really, really bad. It's pretty similar to what the B car is, where there's like so much netcode, especially on the right side.
Oh man, that just
And unfortunately,
bumped
that
Melky
knocks
off
Landon,
just enough.
and then knocks Landon sadly out of the money spot.
Oh. That is just so unfortunate for him.
Was it top 5 on money tonight?
Yeah, it was
It was
top
the top 5. It was originally 6,
Oh.
but then they changed it to, we have got trouble.
I don't know if you saw a replay of Garrett's wreck yet, but I mean he got.
Oh my god! Yeah, hold on, let me see if I can go up and find that one. That one was.
I'll find what lap it was on.
I think it was lap 78.
Oh yep.
78.
Lap 73. Lap 73.
We got it. We got it. Let's go ahead and do the.
This Christopher Mellon, I guess, standing on business here or what? I don't know what went down, but it's pretty bad.
I was told to come in here and start shit.
Go back further and you can see why.
The real
Like, it started
entertainment is
off.
here. Yeah, I missed you, Chase.
Unfortunately, I won't be racing until next week. I don't have any internet.
So a little bit of
I've missed it.
driving back there. They were getting one
He pushed him up out of the lane is what made him mad. And
Oh my
that happened.
God.
Yeah. Just gets sent for a ride. I can't remember the first wreck. Somebody ended up on their hood for a while.
You know, that was Trevor got turned behind me.
Yeah. What was that one? Let's see. Oh, and it was right back here. Oh yeah,
That was lap
right by Malik Ray.
56.
Even on his side, just
Oh my hard leg.
went through a.
That's who I saw flipping behind me.
Oh yeah, he went for a fucking tumble.
Let's play that back in slow motion. We need to have a real analysis here. Yeah, we're all just chilling. We're all just chilling, making our way to the pit stop here, and then all of a sudden I see death behind me. It's gonna take us a minute.
It kind of seemed like he
You want
was
to fast forward a little bit?
happens right through this next
Yeah, I had no clue what was going on. I was just chilling. Malik goes down, running the inside.
Trevor tries to
and
follow.
then-
I don't think he knew he was there and just gets
Dan,
swept.
I love your profile picture.
Thank you, man.
Gets
It's
swept.
great,
He's
great
sideways.
representation. And then just the unlucky hook back to the right.
Oh, the poor 11.
And that's Michael Guest. He had nowhere to go. And then we're getting flipped on our lid.
Hey, Mr. Freeman,
What's going on?
I've got a topic of conversation.
Oh boy,
I know what this is.
that's never a good sign. What do we got?
Go to the last lap.
Yeah, I knew it.
There it is. There it is.
Go ahead and just toss it over there real quick.
I don't think you want to watch Trevor.
And then what I could do, and I don't know how you broadcast, I don't know if you do it with a motion capture or what, but what you could do is pull up, I could send you a clip from Discord, unless you're already in the RMR server, of the same dude doing the same thing last night in a point series. It's just whatever. Okay, I see what you're on. Back this up a little bit. And I'm trying my absolute hardest.
Oh, we talked about this
Remember that we're in a broadcast right now. So let's I'll show you what we're gonna do. So we're gonna go to Far Chase on Mr. Win real quick. And it's gonna be we're gonna call it netcode or something, like we always do with him. Now go ahead and play this
I'm
out.
gonna say this. Are we surprised?
I mean,
okay, now
Damn, Landon, you just throwing him down the track.
Yeah, I know, totally me. Now let's watch this one. Now I want you to do something else. I want you to go to the rear chase, whatever camera can show you the steering wheel in that exact moment, or cockpit, whatever.
Yeah, we can go cockpit here. Hold on.
Isn't this fun, guys? So fun. Let's watch this now. Fresh tires, by the way, that he has. Fresh tires. I'm just gonna turn right, yeah, and then I'm gonna act like straighten it out, and I'm just gonna continue. But it's net code, it's net code is what we're gonna call that, like we always do, like I said. So
Can we show the
stop
far
being a
chase?
bitch. Stop
I mean,
crying and fucking wreck him.
I was calling my view
I
of
have.
it. I didn't
Can we
think it
show
was
the
that
far
egregious.
chase? Yeah, same.
I'm being real. Like, I'm not siding with anyone. Like, I'm being real with how I see it.
I
Like,
can
didn't
show
think-
you another clip, a better clip.
It
From
looks like
somebody.
he just. I'm not gonna lie, man.
Never,
It looks
like,
like he
they
just
don't-
clipped the apron. Like it's
Yeah.
not like he just came
Yeah.
flying up in you.
It-
Hey, go
yeah.
back and watch it in slow motion. Go back and watch it in slow motion. Slow
Clip the
motion. That's
apron,
not
you're
slow
so
motion.
full of fucking shit, Malik. Oh my god.
He's on the apron. Okay, he's not on the apron.
Hey,
Okay, he gets a little lower.
Bro, he never hit
He's
the
lower
apron.
than
Come
me.
on.
He's lower than
Come
me.
on. Actually,
He's
here we go.
lower than
We
me.
got a
and
better
I'm
view here. We can go to
He's-
the front left suspension here. We want to watch it from the
Thank you.
suspension angle.
Look, he's on the apron.
Yeah, we're gonna watch him on
Wait,
fresh
okay, wait.
tires, completely fresh tires, the best handling of anyone up there outside of Malik.
Okay,
and
wait.
He's just gonna lose talent like that.
Wait. He hit the
Tyler Wynn
apron.
is gonna lose talent like that.
Bro, I've seen you do it. It happens, bro. It happens to the best of us. I've
Yeah,
done
I know, but Kyler's better than I am.
he
knows
ain't
what he's
ever
doing.
hit the apron once.
it. He did hit the apron. You can see it right there.
Or
Go back.
again, so hold on. Is there a way, Luke, that you can pull up Discord
I can.
on the broadcast? Okay, so are you in the RMR server?
You said RMR? I don't.
RMR, Ron Morris Racing.
Oh,
I am.
I think so.
Hey, can you go back to the initial point of contact? Does Kyler actually hit him or no?
I believe they got a little bit of door contact. I'll go back to the far chase here, and then I'll pull up the Discord.
Did he actually hit me? What?
So there was definitely contact made. You can see, I believe, right there.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Now look. In your defense, he does come up, but you should have not been thrown like that. That was netcode that got you thrown that far. But
Or maybe he
does-
shouldn't have
he
just
does come
gone
up
up the
into you.
track to begin with. There's an idea.
All right.
I see what you're saying, but if he didn't do that to begin with, we wouldn't be talking about it, would we?
All right. I
Which
pulled
channel?
up the Ron Morris Discord on the
Which channel?
stream.
Okay, yeah. Hold on. Let me see if I can find where this
tell me what to go
was,
to.
because I'm gonna have to show you, and we'll see. If this was him being as terrific a driver as he always is.
I mean, it happens, bro. Didn't you still get money?
No, I didn't. That's why I'm complaining about it. Cody passed me for
I thought
fifth.
it was.
It was top 5. Mike said that to begin with.
Oh,
Yeah, it was only 6 based on 35, and we only got like 27, I think.
Where are we?
Oh.
Oh my goodness, where is this at?
okay. Well, don't y'all
Jeez,
chop.
dude.
We
Not,
y'all
not
like
that
1.5?
race. We were never around each other.
Wow.
We chop if we all succeed and actually do something together. Me and Cody were never around each other. Up front, at least. I'm sorry. I'm trying my hardest to find this for you, Luke. I can't find where it is. Unless it just got conveniently deleted. That wouldn't shock me the slightest either.
So what are you getting at?
I'm talking about when Nathan Harper got trashed
When?
last night in a
talking about
point
that white
series,
flag
mind you.
thing?
It wasn't for a cash spot.
Are you talking about that
But-
white flag thing?
The thing coming to the checkered
Yeah.
in a point series. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
But what did Kyler do in that scenario?
I'm
I thought
trying my
Nate was
hardest
the
to
one that-
find it for you. I'm trying.
I
You're
thought
good.
that was
Let me know when
Nate
you
coming
find
up
it.
off
I'll
the
pull it
apron.
up.
Caught the 8, bro. Come on,
What?
Malik,
But
you're
Dylan
better
was
than
coming
this.
up off the apron. Unless I'm missing how the rake went. Didn't Nathan get shot down to the apron and he had a horrible rejoin and came up?
Yeah, yes, he did. He did 1,000%. But
So then
after that.
Oh, I didn't see what happened after that. I don't know. what you're
Okay,
talking
good. Well, I'm trying. Where is this? Where is Nathan Harper when you need him?
Look, hey Landon, Miles just had a great point in the other Discord. Right here, if you didn't like it, you should have fucking hooked it left on his ass.
Oh, so then I can get the EOL.
Well,
Then
then
lose
you
my
would've
cash
had-
spot. Genius. Yes, let me do that.
Why didn't you just?
You still didn't cash.
At
Were
that
you up
point,
210?
Chase, I don't see any. I saw everyone else crash behind me, and thought it was completely top 5. And then all of a sudden, after I get shot up the track by him, I see
What?
Cody go by me in my mirror.
Why didn't you side draft Cody?
You should have wrecked him.
That was
Why
your
didn't I
first
side-
mistake right
because
there.
What's the point of me? He is 20 miles an hour faster than me. I hit the wall.
Speed match.
Oh my god.
You should have turned left.
I'm gonna find this at some point. Where's Nathan?
I mean, can you not just pull it up on the broadcast, bro? Can you not just pull it up on the
It's not gonna be on the
broadcast?
broadcast. It's not gonna be on the broadcast because this was for like 15th place.
So if it's for 15th, then why are you
Because
complaining?
it's a point series.
But it, bro, it's for 15th.
RMR is a points series.
I know, but like it's for 15th, bro.
Okay. What if he needs those 2 points?
Pulled an Eberhard and I just ran out of town.
Then you should have had a better series. Then if it comes down to that, I mean, shit,
Oh my god. I can't believe this.
bro. Who just had the alarm chirp?
Does that
I'm still
remind
trying
you?
to find this. But or we could watch him last week in RMR as well. When he
I know,
just
but like,
decided
bro,
to
like
right
you
on the
tough-
field.
I know, but like you've caused yellows too, though, bro.
Okay, yeah, okay, we all have.
Yeah, exactly. We
Intentionally?
all are.
Have I ever intentionally right hooked it back across a field?
No, but it don't matter. Like,
No, I
you still
haven't.
done
No, I
dumb
haven't done
stuff.
that. Have I ever intentionally done what he did to me tonight? No matter who it is. No, I haven't.
Yeah, but you
Because
still
I don't
cause
race
yellows.
dirty. No, rarely.
Bro, calm down, man. Why are you so jacked up?
You know why I'm jacked up? I can explain it to you. Because everyone in all these series, all they do is kiss the ass of Kyler Wynn. That's what always happens.
That's cap. Don't nobody even
Wait,
like
in
him.
these sorts of cases,
Don't
it always
nobody even
happens.
like
Unless he
him.
does something so blatant that
There's-
it's gonna be like that.
1,
Visit
2,
Malik.
3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 drivers in here. Falkingham tolerates him. Cody don't like him. You don't like him, and Chase don't like him either.
I wonder why I don't like him. Maybe because he's trashed me out of so many wins, not just spots, wins.
I don't like him because fuck Canada.
Why you always be beefing with him, bro?
Because
do
it's fun.
He don't.
Are you talking
It's
to me
fun.
or Chase?
I'm not talking to Chase. He don't ever race. I'm
Okay,
talking to you.
why am I always beefing with him? Because he's trashed me over and over and over again, and I have never directly trashed him, except for the other night a few weeks back, which actually wasn't even me. That was him net coding up into me. So I just don't race like that. I don't race like a dick. Maybe I
You don't-
should, but I
But
just
you've been
don't
saying
because
this
I have
for so
respect
long,
for
bro.
people. Even I have respect for him too. I do.
That's
If I
where
wanted to do
you're-
what he did to
that's where
me,
you're-
I would have just trashed him when I saw him come up beside me. Did I do that? No, I didn't.
That's where you're gonna keep failing, Landon. You gotta race him like a dick.
I mean, I am fully capable of racing like a dick. I've
You
proven
don't want
that
to.
in
You
this
don't want
series.
to do that, man. You don't want to do that. It's not a wise decision.
Oh, we're supposed to be scared of the Canadian maple leaf sucking fuck.
No,
I mean, he already
you
races
don't
me
wanna
like
do
one.
that to anyone. Well, yeah, it's because you race us like us.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you do race
What,
us like that.
excuse me?
When we're together, you race us like that. Now, like if it's just me, then you don't race me like that. But if I'm with him, then yes, you do race like that, and that's okay. I'm not like mad at you or like, like what you.
I mean, I've never had an issue with you. You know that.
Yeah, I
As far
know.
as I know, you don't have one with me. I will race you with
Yeah, I
complete
don't.
respect constantly.
I know, bro. But
Him
when I'm
He
siding
doesn't
with
have
him,
a problem with you, Landon. He keeps trying to poach you from our fucking team.
what you mean poach? I've tried 3 times. He's not going, bro. He's safe with y'all, bro. That's the most loyal guy that y'all have. He's not going anywhere.
Oh, Michael Triscara just told me to come to PGR. I wonder what this is about. Him trying to.
Landon,
Yes,
I
sir.
don't mean to interrupt, but you are needed in PGR.
Yes, that is what Mike just messaged me. So I'm gonna go over here real quick. Again, Malik. Before I do that, you're cool. You know that.
Yeah.
This dude is a problem, and he will always be a problem every time he does shit like that to me. So that's what my point is. So
You're not
I know-
going
I
with
know
him
he's-
clipping the apron.
I know he's better than that.
We all clip
He
the apron,
knows
bro.
what he's doing.
He ain't clipping the apron on fresh tires like that on any other lap. I promise you. You know, and I know.
They wasn't fresh. We had like 20 laps on them.
Bruh, you had fresher tires than no. You just pitted.
Yeah, like 20 laps ago. 20 laps
No, it
ago.
wasn't
What
20
are you talking
laps.
about?
y'all just
You guys
keep
had like
going
12 lap old tires. It was
12. All right,
yeah.
come on now. Okay, like, can you give us 16? Say it was 16.
Fuck, I don't know. You guys were way fresher than the rest of us, I promise you, and you know as well as I do. 12, 16, that's still not much on freaking. The Arca car, dude, was fairly easy to drive 30 like 35, 40 laps in wasn't that hard.
Yeah.
You guys were fine. You guys had way better tires than everyone else. You had the Strat. I mean, fuck.
Cody, I need you to get the hell out of the way, man.
Hey, what?
I need you to get the hell out of the way, bro.
What do you mean?
All the way down the back straightaways. We tried going high, you were there. Tried going middle, you were there. Every lane was being taken up by you. It was killing us, man.
You'll have that on them big jobs.
It'd be like that sometimes.
Yes, sir.
You racing tomorrow?
Well, I actually probably can't because when I get done bowling, I have to pre-bowl for the following week because the following week my boys
Bro,
start
what?
baseball.
You have
I
to
bowl.
pre-bowl?
Yeah. Like, I bowl league right before PGR, right? The following week after that, I'm going to miss. So when I get done bowling, I'm going to bowl my scores for the following week. Like,
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
pre-bowling. So I have to bowl 6 games tomorrow night. So 3 for league and 3 for the following week that I'm going to miss on Thursday to watch my oldest one play baseball on a travel team for the first time. So likely I will not be there.
I got you.
I was gonna say, Malik, like that's the same thing with me. Like I'm in the same situation as Cody. I literally go and bowl a league on Thursdays, and then I have to. That's why I kind of hate that they moved up time on me because by the time I get home from bowling league for me, it's to the point where it's gonna be too late for me. It's really looking forward to Thursday for Arca, and no, I'm probably not gonna be able to do it. I'm not real thrilled about it.
No, I feel you because I can't even run NIS anymore because they moved it up a little bit. But
yeah.
Oh
Well, I
well.
think we got some pretty good content for Wagner. We appreciate it, guys.
Hell yeah.
Thanks,
Shit, I'll
fellas.
see y'all boys later.
Yeah, we'll see
I see
y'all.
ya.
We're gonna go close this one out. We'll see you guys.
See.
All righty. Well,
That was exciting. We
quite
got
a
what we
handful.
wanted. It was a little slow off the start, but some emotions shown.
Oh yeah, no doubt, Kevin. That was a wild end to a wild race out here. It was a fun one out here at Atlanta. You know, I gotta say, Kevin, I haven't seen the new configuration all that much out here, but from what we saw tonight, I had an absolute blast. I thought it was a fun one. I'm looking forward to seeing it again. What do we got next up here with Roughneck Racing?
We actually have a break on Friday. James is gonna be out of town, but the season opener is next Wednesday for like the actual season. So let me check. That's going to be Next Gen at Dega a week from today.
Ooh, that'll be a fun one. You know, one of my favorite tracks, Kevin, Talladega. That's gonna be a treat.
Yeah, no doubt about it. But other races we have coming up is tomorrow night. Time to be determined is going to be the season opener with BRRA. That's Burnt Rubber Racing Association. That's going to be the Daytona race. That's a Cup Series league. And then Friday we have the one lap at a time mental health charity race with I think that's Talladega Xfinity if I'm not mistaken. So that's gonna be another exciting one. And then I think that's going to about do it for our schedule. CMS we have Sunday coming up. That's gonna be Dover in the trucks. But I think that's everything we have scheduled as of now.
Yeah, in terms of other exciting news, I know we don't have a roster yet or anything like that, but we do have a Ninth Gear Racing team in the works, so we got some more info hopefully to come with that one here in the coming days. And maybe a little bit to see with our new racing team possibly here in the future. So that's going to be pretty fun. Some exciting things for Ninth Gear and some exciting races coming up here soon that we're going to be broadcasting. So I want to thank you all for coming out here and joining us out here at the new configuration of Atlanta for the Roughneck Racing. I believe that's going to do it out here from the Ninth Gear Broadcasting crew. Kevin, you got anything else before we get out of here today?
That's all, Luke.
Alrighty, guys. Thank you all for coming by, and